Welcome to the StatTree video module for Categorical Descriptive Statistics. After collecting and scoring your data, the next task is summarizing your data. This video will cover just the categorical descriptives such as race or gender, which are measured as nominal. In looking at the Preferred Entertainment Viewing Survey, question B, requesting self-identification with a race or ethnicity, is nominal. With the PEVS dataset open in Excel, you would choose race as the categorical variable. Create a new tab by pressing on the plus sign next to the tab labeled Data. Go to the tab at the bottom and change the label from Sheet 1 to Results. Create the table section headings in the top row of the Results worksheet to match the variable labels for data, as in your code page. I have created the starting point for this demonstration here. The first task is to enter the first formula for calculating the frequency count in the first cell of Table 1. The appropriate function in Excel for this procedure is COUNTIF. Go to the appropriate cell and type in the formula as shown. Place the cursor behind the comma but before the closed parentheses and type in the number 1. This number 1 corresponds to the value for Caucasian, as described on the code page. Place the cursor before the comma, but after the open parentheses. Click on the Data tab, and select the range of data, which corresponds to the label being counted, in this example, race. Hit Enter. You will notice the change in the formula on the results worksheet in the formula bar at the top. The revised formula is as shown. However, now the count of Caucasians result shows in the cell. From this point, you can copy and paste the formula to other appropriate cells on the results worksheet. However, keep in mind that you will have to edit the formula for changes to range and criterion. For example, if you copy the formula in cell C6 and paste it to cell C7, then you will have to edit the formula from the old range and criterion to the correct range and criterion. Once you complete the entry of frequency formulas in the table, you will need to total the frequency results in the table. Place your cursor in the cell representing total of n. Type in the formula equals sum open parentheses range close parentheses, where the range represents the list of cells with the counts for each value of the variable. In this example, the range would be B4 through B7. The resulting formula in this example would then be as shown. With the frequency counts and totals completed, you can now create formulas for calculating the percentages of each value against the total. Place the cursor in the cell representing percent of the first group, in this case Caucasians. Type in the formula shown, where N represents the cell for the count, in this case B4, and total represents the cell for the total, in this case B8. The resulting formula in this example would then be as shown. Hit Enter. Copy and paste the formula into adjacent cells to complete the table, making sure to edit the formulas for any changes in the range. You can create tables for each demographic and/or categorical variable in your data set using these procedures. To see what this output looks like, press the Output button on the Sending page from the StatTree module. To see the formulas used to create this table in Excel, press the Script button on the Sending page from the StatTree module.